sound. Greetings and welcome to the Freedback Friday edition of The Rundown. I am coming to you from the East Coast. My name is Mike Poworski. I will be your East Coast host, but I do not do the East Coast host with the most by myself. There's a coast host on the West Coast that helps me host.
You just decided you were just going to steal every rhyme that I was going to try and throw in there, right? I mean, the full breakfast and toast, right? Just all of it.
That's it. Yep. It took them all. Went with every one of them. Took them all.
Hello, everyone. Craig DeLuz here, coming at you from the left coast, behind the Iron Curtain, otherwise known as the Sierras in California, home of the recall of Gavin Mussolini. Welcome, by the way, everyone, to Freedback Friday. This is where we engage with you, we talk with you, we take your comments, we talk about them on the air. And, if you give the best comment, or if you have the best comment, well, then you'll get a chance to win something. Mikey, let them know what they could win.
They can win. Oh, this is the part of the show, by the way, where I look at my phone and try and figure out if the comments are working. And they are. I see Brian Bradley's watching, and we just said howdy to him. So hold on. I got to lean over here and get it. Not Brian Bradley. I got to get the Freedback stuff. So. All right, what we have here is a rail. This is a lightweight, free float rail that's 9 or 10 inches, depending on how you look at it. I guess it's for your battle rifle, your Predator gun, your America's rifle, whatever you want to use it for. But it's great stuff. It's T7075 aluminum anodized black and great stuff. Right here in Florida, American made kind of thing. So. We look forward to your interaction with us today, so we can perhaps send you this nice piece of equipment.
That sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan, my friend. So now, just so you guys know that even though we're running the program today on multiple channels, if you want to win, you have to comment at specifically at Facebook and YouTube. The Rundown, right? Not on 2A News, not on Craig DeLuz, not at Arms Room Radio, not at California Republican Assembly. These are all channels that we're broadcasting on. But if you're going to comment and be a part of the conversation, it has to be on the Rundown on Facebook or the Rundown on YouTube. One of the two, just so you know.
That's it. Now, Craig, I'm watching the Facebook one. Which one do you watch? You watch the YouTube?
I have both of them. I have both the YouTube and the Facebook up.
Overachiever. Okay. All right. Be that way. I'm just going to turn mine off. I'll just let you deal with it. So that's all there is to it. So, all right, Craig, how was things in the world of Craig, in the world of California since the last 24 hours? Anything new? Anything fun and exciting in the world of Craig?
Man, I will tell you, it's funny. Those of you who have adult children know that adulting does not parenting does not end just because your children become adults. I will just say that. My kids are phenomenal and for the most part are very independent, self-sufficient, yada, yada, yada. But it is amazing sometimes when things go afoul, how quickly the little ones, they return to being the little ones who reach out and call you for help. It's nice though to be able to be a safety net for them.
Yeah, mine just texts me and tells me where to send money. So that's what I get. Dad, I got the Cash App. Put it on there. Okay. All right. Guess that's what I'll do. Guess that's what
you'll do.
Yep.
Anyway, but no, things are phenomenal. We've been having an electrical problem issue here at the house, so like I told you, we're doing landscaping. We got that figured out this morning. So we got the new grass, new sod come in. We're gonna have a really phenomenal looking new backyard and front yard. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. The weekend is coming up. My wife is going to visit her sister out of town, so I am going to spend, as much time drinking probably as much bourbon and eating as much barbecue steak and watching stuff that I normally don't get to watch because my wife doesn't want to watch it. So it's going to be a phenomenal weekend.
Now you have fun. I got one of those weekends where I have to shave and go to work. So that's just my kind of weekend I have. So
you're gonna go play Army Man.
I'm not allowed to disclose that type of information over public airwaves. Uh, I bet it's pretty cheap to get landscaping done out there in California. I imagine, right? Or is that just a stereotype?
Yeah, no. If you're willing to do it with illegally, then it's a
Oh,
little bit more inexpensive. But it,
well,
it
just don't ask
no.
questions you don't want to know the answers to. That's all. And just be like who wants to work, not where are you from? Just
Oh, Mikey, you're gonna get me in trouble one of these
I
days.
got cash. I got six packs. Let's go. Let's go. Get in the truck. That's it. So,
I ain't the one, bruh. I ain't the one.
all right, all right, all right.
Uh,
Speaking of charges, let's talk about our first topic for the day. Let's talk about our good friend, the governor of New York, governor there. Remember he's the older brother of Fredo and the younger son or the son of a former governor Mario Cuomo, uh, namesake of the Tappan Zee Bridge in New York City. I still call it the Tappan Zee, by the way. If you're in New York, we all do. Let's talk about him. We've saw over the past week the Attorney General in New York released a report that, according to the governor, vindicated him, said he was okay, but it outlined over 10, I believe it was over 10 incidents of unwanted, unwelcomed touching of female subordinates, including many of his executive assistants to the point where they numbered them. Well, this week that occurred and that report was released. The president has called for his resignation. I'm surprised Joe was awake for it, actually. Many other people in the state of New York and federally have called for him to either be impeached or to resign from office. He said no, no, no. He thinks he's the Teflon Don, I guess. And just yesterday, right about after we were getting off the air, a executive assistant number one from the Attorney General's report walked down to the Albany County Sheriff's Office there in Albany. It's where the capital is in New York, if you're not a geography major, and filed charges for the unlawful touching, the battery. We don't know the specifics. We know charges were filed. We don't know what level. We don't know the exact charge. We don't know the victim's name, and we should not know the victim's name for this type of crime. But the charges have been filed, and now it's going to go on to the district attorney there in Albany County, and we'll see what happens. Old Cuomo here may catch a charge.
Killing grannies and spanking fannies. That's good old Cuomo right there. That's how he rolls.
And it's funny you say that because that's what's in this report. When you read this report from the Attorney General, this woman, executive assistant number one, she said it had happened to her, that he was very touchy, butt grabby, kind of stuff. Every time there was a hug, and he would always want to hug. There was always grabbing of the butts. There was always the kissing on the neck and the shoulder, and this kind of area here. Not so much here or here, but right in here. Right. And at one point, he even turned and got the kiss on the mouth, and she just decided she was going to take it to the grave, never say anything about it. She was going to be just tough it out, I guess. And well, then in March, when I guess some accusations came out, and he stood up and said he never touched anybody and he never did any of this kind of activity, this woman said, "Oh yeah, I got a story for you."
Right.
They went to the Attorney General, and then this came out, and now she's filed the charges. So good for her.
Well, and I think in a lot of these cases, the reason women don't file is because they feel like no one's going to believe them, or
especially with the person in power, of course.
But, right. But when you have multiple people, I mean, we're talking, these are just 11 people that came forward. I mean, we don't know how many people who had to deal with this and didn't say anything or haven't said anything or haven't come forward. We don't know how many of them there are out there. So, it is sad because, you look at this and, there were a lot of cases during the whole Me Too movement, the whole Me Too thing, that I thought were just stupid. And I thought that people were overblown, but there were also a lot of instances that I'm just like shocked that, an adult, a responsible person would think that doing something like this is, number one, is okay. And then number two, that they weren't going to have to pay the price for it at some point eventually in their career. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. You know what? You don't do this to people. You don't do this to people that you have power over. It's completely and utterly inappropriate, and it's sickening to see. And
Well,
it is
remember
good to
now,
see that they're
yeah.
coming to. Hopefully, some of these guys are coming to justice.
Remember now, listen. You grow up right. You grow up with the Lord. You do all of that, and this is something that you really don't have to worry about because you treat people as they want to be treated and as you want to be treated. However, this is a guy who grew up, and this is no defending him whatsoever right here, but I can see the path towards his explanation that he's about 60 now, something like that. He grew up in the early 70s, mid 70s, late 70s, where it was still quite acceptable to grab the girl and smack her on the behind or squeeze her somewhere because that's what men did in the 70s, in the 60s. And remember again who his father was. His father was the corrupt governor of New York at the time, who probably did more than he did, just never got caught because it was acceptable back then. So this guy growing up with an example, watching how to treat women, and he has subsequently treated women like that his whole adult, powerful life. And now it's catching up.
Good. I'm glad to see it's catching up. I wish it didn't happen, but
Oh,
since it
absolutely.
did,
Yeah.
I'm glad to
Yeah.
see. I'm glad to
Yeah.
see it's coming out.
Yeah. I wish it never happened to the women, not that it never got
Yes.
reported. Let's be clear
Exactly.
on that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that at least it's getting reported and being dealt with. And like I said, I think a lot of the things that were put out there, and a lot of people lost jobs and careers over what I thought were stupid accusations. But clearly that's not what these are. And there were several instances that were not stupid. The person who did it was stupid. But people actually standing up and anyway, I know
Yeah,
you
listen.
get what I'm saying.
No, listen, absolutely right. Listen, the Harvey Weinstein thing. He's got 20 or 30 girls on the casting couch to get parts. Okay, Harvey's in jail. Good. You get the Cuomos here that are grabbing and touching. That's bad. You get Kevin Spacey, who was going after the underage. That's horrible. But I have the problems with the same ones you did, where people come forward and they say things like, "Well, he was mean to me on the set, and I felt it because he was a man and I was a woman, and I think that might have been sexual harassment." You're like,
Or I
"What are you
was
talking about?
walking
He was
by
your
his
boss.
I was
He
walking
was
by
your
his
boss. He told you
office
to go
and
to
he was
work."
telling an inappropriate joke to someone, not me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that gets me too. Is that some people can come forward and claim harassment on somebody else's behalf,
Right.
and I get it. Listen, some people are afraid to do so, so maybe they are, the one that's coming in to say it. But then when that other person says, "I'm not a victim. We were telling jokes," and they
Right.
still go after the person for it. That's just ridiculous. But
It is stupid. It is stupid. But in this case, these charges, these criminal charges, couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see what goes on here. Now, listen, folks, this is an allegation. This is not a conviction. If the state attorney the district attorney handles this the right way, they should reach out to him. They should do an interview of him. They should not make a decision based on political means whatsoever right now. And then they should weigh both sides of the case before deciding to go forward with it. That's how it should go. You shouldn't get one side make the allegation, we file the charges. You should check with the other side as well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the DA there handles it. And we know how Jack McCoy would handle it, right? Depraved indifference, murder too. You're going to jail, right? But this is Albany, so we'll see how it works from there. Craig, let's move down the list here. I want to talk to you. We did give an update about the McCloskeys this week, Mark and Patricia, the attorneys from just outside of St. Louis, charged with a couple of various misdemeanor weapons charges stemming from the riots a year ago with the BLM people breaking down the fence and coming into their neighborhood. And by the way, the prosecutor in that case, as I was reading up on this one, they stated, these people did no damage. They didn't realize they were in an enclave community, and they were just peacefully protesting. I guess the whole broken fence thing didn't matter, right? It's just like at the insurrection at the Capitol, Craig. If the first three people do it, they're the only ones responsible, right? Not the other 100 behind that follow through. So why wouldn't that apply here as well? How come we got to charge everybody with insurrection when only two people broke the door down?
That is actually a very interesting point that I had not thought of. Well, I guess if I were being defended the insurrection, if I were one of the people who went into the building, that would probably be part of my defense.
There you go. Hey, free defenses here at the Rundown. Check it out. Um, we got them for you. We got them
He is
for you.
not a he is not a licensed attorney, but he did sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last
No.
night.
Not a licensed attorney, but I am a licensed physician assistant in the Philippines. So check me. You need something hooked, give me a call. Call Philippines first and have them hook you
If
through.
you're in the Philippines, he's got you.
That's it. Yep, that's true. It's true story. True story. So they got these charges dropped by the governor there in yesterday. Well, one of the members of the squad, and Craig, you know what? I hear that squad, and it just I laugh when I hear one of the members of the squad. What are these? These are women, I believe, right? In the squad. I don't know what they're identifying as currently, but it's supposed to give them some sort of authority, some sort of gang moniker. I don't know what it does, except make me laugh and snicker every time I hear that a member of the squad. Well, one member of the squad, Corey Bush, said that went off about Mark McCloskey getting pardoned, and basically made the comments along the lines of just wait. He's going to get his, they're going to get theirs. We're going to take care of them. This won't end well for them. Like, I'm sorry, what? Did you just get on the TV and threaten someone?
That's what it sounds like to me.
Aren't you an elected official? Are you supposed to be doing that?
Well, we all know that the law doesn't apply to them, Mike. I mean, you act as if this is, I mean, they all know that because they're good people, and obviously because we're conservative, we're bad people. We all know that, we're the bad guys. And so therefore we're always going to intend bad. So that's why even when we do completely legal things, we need to face criminal charges because we all know that our intent is, we want to crush poor people and, we want to, oppress people of color. And, of course we're all racist. Let's be clear, because we're conservative, we're all racist. And everything that they do is perfectly okay because they're liberals and they're good people and they care about people. So when they break the law and they threaten people, it really doesn't matter because obviously these are bad, evil people who deserve to be threatened.
Listen, she made a threat to the life of Mark McCloskey. I don't know how she gets away with that without charges being filed against her. Maybe they go to the Albany County Sheriff's Office and get it done there. I have no idea. But this is irresponsible. I was sitting around with a veterans group last night having a conversation with them, talking about the insurrection on January 6th, and why bloodshed didn't occur. And our belief was because people wanted to spare lives, and they wanted to. This was more of a wake up call for the government. For that these people wanted to make. Those people that marched up there wanted the government to know that we were taking note. We weren't going to let you run roughshod over us. Well, why didn't bloodshed occur? I don't know. Glad it didn't, sure. But if you continue to have statements like this from the squad,
right,
the next time something like this comes up, you could cower down behind the chairs all you want to in the Senate or the House chambers. They're not going to let you go next time. Okay,
right.
That January 6th was really hey, listen, we're here. We're not going to let you, F us over in this country. We just want to let you know what a couple of us can do walking through your building, let alone you get 1,000 people up there, that really want to take over,
Don't forget unarmed people.
Correct. Unarmed people with about 80% of the law enforcement and military there going, hey, how you doing? Come on in. Right down that way. There you go. There you go. So just remember, you need to remember these things. And when you start making comments like this, I really believe that they think they won the insurrection. They won there was a coup attempt and they defeated it. So now they can say and do whatever they want. Well, what they're about to get is a smack in the chops is really what's coming to them.
No, don't disagree with that, sir. It is a level of there's a disconnect. I think they don't really understand where things are with this country and how frustrated and angry people are, and they don't realize that people have a reason to be, because you have an entire government that has pretty much just said, we're going to do what we want. We're going to shut you guys down, and you guys really, you voters really don't matter.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Listen, the Democrats and liberals are acting like they, shut down a coup d'état attempt. They won, and now they could do whatever they want. As opposed to what really happened was a gentle reminder that we're
Yeah.
watching you.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So, all right. Let's move on to there. One of my favorite topics, the Olympics here. Craig, if you need to know anything about volleyball, just let me know. I can get you some updates, some stats right away on what's going on in the volleyball world. So let's see, and that's true because of one of the youth programs I'm involved with. The official sport of that youth program is volleyball. So it was kind of like learning through a fire hose over the past week or two, watching all the volleyball I could, trying to learn the rules of volleyball. All right, let's take a look. Next topic: Olympics. Craig, have you ever, let's say, really, really, really had to go to the bathroom and walk really fast to get there?
Often.
Okay, now don't run, because what happens when you run?
Oh, yeah, you probably will.
Well, when your feet come off the ground, you lose a little bit of control and a little bit of, tension, pressure. So one of the main rules is keep your feet on the ground when you've really got to get to the bathroom. You just got to do that really fast walk. Well, that's an Olympic sport, and I didn't know that. I mean, I don't know if the bathroom part's true, but these people have to. It's speed walking, I guess. I remember it from one of the Dan Aykroyd movie, Dr. Detroit, wasn't it, in the 80s? Didn't they have speed walking in there? I thought it was a joke. Didn't realize it was an actual Olympic sports, and I watched the Olympics all the time and never saw it before. But I guess speed walking is real. Well, the Olympic Committee, Craig, and I don't understand this reasoning, has decided to get rid of speed walking as a sport in the Olympics. Now, it's been around since 1932, if I recall reading the story correctly earlier.
Right.
But they're going to get rid of it because of gender bias, because they only have men's speed walking. So they're going to get rid of the speed walking sport altogether.
Why don't they have women speed walking?
Craig, stop making sense. There's no reason to start making sense and bring things up like, let's just have women speed walking.
I'll tell you what, man. If they had women speed walking, I'll tell you what, my wife would be killer at it.
My wife could
I could be the wife of an Olympian.
See, my wife could win gold in slow walking because like she always I got small legs thing, and I'm like, come on. If I walk slower, you walk slower. You need to walk faster. My daughter says it to her. Let's go. Come on, pick it up. We're gonna leave you here. But I don't want to go off too much about her. But anyway, I mean, I think women. Listen, look at some of these women distance runners. I was watching heptathlon this week. Those women. Get some of them volleyball players out there. They get them 6-foot volleyball girls or the basketball girls. How do you think they'd be at speed walking? They could go out and get themselves another gold medal. They could make multiple medals in multiple sports. But to say that only men could do this, here's the real gender bias. They said they had to get rid of the sport because women don't have a fair advantage, and they said we can't mix the men with the women because the men would always beat the women.
Like, but they do it. So I don't get it. So why is it okay there, but not in weight? The same doesn't apply in weightlifting.
This is the Olympic Committee, where evidently they don't have any bans on performance-enhancing drugs or mood-enhancing drugs. They don't get drug tested. They don't get, Craig, urinalysis. So because they evidently can't think correct while they're there. So yeah, it's crazy. The reasoning is we can't have speed walking anymore because we only have men's. And if we put women in with men's, then the men will just beat the women, and we can't have that. Like, I'm sorry. All right, whatever.
It's like, wait. You called us a bigot when we said that in weightlifting.
That's right. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Listen, if they want to have it. Everything else we have is there's either mixed, where they have those sports, or they have women's and men's. But evidently, this one sport we can't. But it's speed walking. So.
Hey, by the way, Andy over on YouTube has basically said that he doesn't believe that Cuomo's going anywhere. He basically surmised it that it's all a dog and pony show, and that it's just like saying Hillary's going to get locked up.
Oh, listen, Cuomo's not going anywhere until the police come with
Right.
handcuffs and drag him out of his office. He's not going anywhere. He's
Oh,
not going to resign. He's not going to
oh
sit
no, no,
for
I hear
hearings.
you.
Yeah.
But if criminal charges filed, I mean, let's just understand this. The difference is people were saying that Republicans were going to go after Hillary Clinton because we knew the Democrats were not going to go after Hillary Clinton. But right now, the people leading the charge for Cuomo's head are Democrats. These are his own people, right? That are coming after Cuomo. So I wouldn't, Andy, if I were you, I would not put it in the same camp as the whole Hillary Benghazi email scandal.
Well, we're sending them to camps now. What'd you say? What?
We are not sending him to camps. You know,
right.
Joe Biden is the one who goes to camps because he likes to smell the little girl's hair.
That's right. Because the sun hits the hair on his legs and it looks blonde. It's just poor old Joe. Poor old Joe.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Corn Pop he was. Yeah, growing up in badass Dover. Oh no, I'm sorry. He grew up in Scranton. Listen, Scranton's so small it doesn't even have one name. It's actually two towns put together, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. So it's not even like one town. They had to put it together and make a real town out of it. Let's see. Brian said he does speed walking after Taco Bell, and he's heading to the restroom. So that he's got that going for him, which is nice. So. All right, let's move right along here. Let's talk about. Listen, she's already been spoken about today, so we're probably already on the hit list. Hillary, the 2016 Hillary leaker. Craig, they did the report. Horowitz there in the Department of Justice and Inspector General's office spent over a year trying to determine who the leaker was at the FBI that released information about Hillary's email server and her use thereof and alleged illegal use thereof. And you know what the DOJ came up with, Craig? You know what the IG spent over a year on trying to figure this out?
They came up with nothing.
Yeah, they said everybody did it.
Everybody did.
Yeah, rather than find and say this person did it, they said, listen, the media policy is that only designated officials from the FBI were allowed to talk to the media or make releases to the media. But in 2016, by the way, that was not the Trump presidency.
Right.
In 2016, everybody at the FBI was basically talking to the media. Everybody at the FBI. So since everybody was doing it, there's no way to determine who did it. So let me get this straight. If everybody breaks into the Capitol building during the insurrection, nobody's guilty?
Nobody's guilty.
Everybody did it. Everybody did it.
Look, we have two instances now. So you have what happened with the McCluskeys, because everybody went in the gate. Nobody was really guilty of anything. Right. And then you have, in this case, everybody in the FBI was talking to the media, even though they weren't supposed to be. So therefore, nobody is guilty of anything. But when it comes to the insurrection, well, everybody's guilty who did something they weren't supposed to, whether they knew they were doing something they weren't supposed to or not. That's called equal justice, brah.
Yeah, equal for the libs and the Dems. Yeah, so not for the rest of us. So yeah, so that's crazy. Listen, she's going to walk again, and we always knew she was going to walk. And I agree. I wanted to see her go to jail, but I 100% agree with the president's decision afterwards to attempt to unify the country by not going after the previous administration, unlike somebody else's administration. You know,
oh yeah, no, they are full bore going after anyone connected to Trump. And then even outside of the government, you have this big push, this movement towards making sure that people who supported Donald Trump can't get jobs, can't do business with, they won't do business with them. I mean, it's happening right and left. You're seeing people getting booted off social media. Once again, simply because they supported Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's partisan as part as it can get, and which means it's just going to make it worse. It's a pendulum we're in the middle of, folks.
Yep.
It went a little bit one way with Obama. It was a lot of tensions going on, and swang back the other way towards conservatism, and now you got it back over on the right, or on the left, and they're going after people. Guess what happens when it comes back around? Okay, it's gonna get there. And the next Republican conservative administration is not going to hold back, and they're going to put people in jail, and they're going to come kicking doors down, and there might be bloodshed because it's the next step. This is where you are now, folks.
Yep. Hey, just want to make sure to say hello to Patrick Collins out there from GA, from Georgia, who's tuning in.
Georgia.
So I want to say, what's up, man?
Juju, William Langford's watching. We got a bunch of people in here with us. I know it's hard to keep track at this point. They're all here. The gang's all here. So let's see. I guess we should tell them again what we've got for today's Freedback Friday. I don't know if we're there, Craig. Maybe we have to give a quiz. Maybe we have to do a little quiz time. Maybe a little topical discussion. We find out what we were talking about earlier in the week. Huh? Let's see.
I'm not impressed so far with the quality of the comments today. So I think we are going to have to do a quiz.
Or because I actually need a 9-inch rail, so this will work out for me. So
tell you what, let's do this. Whoever's the first person to post the explanation of the urinalysis joke.
Oh, listen! Now you're really getting deep into it, ankle deep, ankle wet deep. So,
if you guys know where it came from, go ahead and post it in the comments, and first person to respond will be the winner for us this week. If no one responds, well, I guess we just get to keep our prize this week.
That's a deep little story. We got to burn like a minute waiting for them to come up with that answer. You can't do that in 2 sentences.
Well, dude, we still have our parting shot.
Yeah, we do, but do we want to do that? We want to do this? All right, we do whatever. Hey, Jay, listen. You know what? You're circus. I'm just one of the monkeys. You just tell me what to do, sir.
Well, look at it this way. I mean, we already went through. We already talked about Hillary Clinton, the leaker. So actually it fits with our parting shot, right?
Right. Yeah,
right. We're not partying yet. We're just, So this is. There you go. We had the perfect meme, but you know what? Hillary deleted it.
She deleted it. It's gone. It's on her server. It's on her BlackBerry. It's over in Benghazi. It's Hillary. This is the perfect meme. I actually went looking for a meme about today's, topics, and this one came up, and I was like, damn, I think she's in my phone. I think she is. Kind of like when you mention something, you start seeing ads. I said out loud, wow, now I need a perfect Hillary meme, and this one popped up. And I was like, oh, man.
Well, okay, so I know we don't have this as a story, but actually there was an article that I was reading where actually Apple is actually got a thing where they can scan everyone's iPhones to see if there's child pornography.
Child porn. I just saw that. Yeah.
But I'm like, so if they can scan for child pornography, what else can they scan for?
Child abuse. It was for child abuse.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry, child abuse.
Yeah.
But if they can scan for that, what else can they scan for?
Whatever they want.
Well, exactly.
We know that. Yeah, we know that.
They can pretty much scan and use this technology to find out whatever the heck they want about you. Which, by the way, also interestingly falls into another story that I saw where China has enough data on every single man, woman, and child. They have a file on every man, woman, and child in the United States. Now, where do you think they got this data? Google, Apple,
Yep.
Microsoft.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yep. The good thing we don't have to worry about though, Craig, is it's stored on Chinese computers, so they only last like a week or two before they crash. So,
but then they need more data.
Need more data.
Well, dude, man, it doesn't look like anyone has gotten the urinalysis joke. So, unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to be giving anything away today.
I do see that Brian is on board with the way our thinking is. We got to be careful with how much we talk about Hillary because none of us want to get suicided. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I meant to say. If something happens to me, I did not commit suicide. Just so y'all know. Same with Mikey. Same with Mike.
That's right.
Neither one of us committed suicide.
If anything happens to me, I gave all the information I know to Craig.
Right. If something happened, guess who it was? It was more than likely her. Wait, where's that? There you go. Her. It was her. It was more than likely her. She did it. Just so you know.
There she is.
All right, folks. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Mikey, we're going to have to call it a day. We're going to have to call it a day, folks. So, hey, everyone, let us know. By the way, let us know. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell everybody about the Rundown. If you enjoy the show, you know people who would enjoy the show. If you know people who enjoy basically junior high school humor mixed with conversations about conservative politics and gun stuff, this is the place.
Just a couple of guys sitting around having a conversation.
That's how we do it. In any case, folks, that's going to be it for today. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and encourage your friends to do the same.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. We will see you on Manic Monday, and we hope you have a great weekend.
Just another Manic Monday.
Oh. Well, I was going to do the chorus for you. I was going to be the backup singer.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.